we've been watching some movies and we got to talk about them.
All right, homie.
Yeah. What's going on, gangsters, and welcome back to Recent Watches. And for one thing, we got to say right off the bat, our video station place that we usually rent from went out of business.
Sad.
I know.
I love that little store.
And we haven't really been there that much in a while. We didn't really get, I don't think, any of these movies we're going to talk about tonight. And then our another video store down the road, which we've never been to, the Video Mart, is the one that's been here since '93 until this one just opened up. Went out of business the same damn week. So now it's just Red Boxes. Or Netflix.
That one down there that we always went to had the best popcorn, remember?
Yeah, they had some good popcorn. But we're going to talk about some movies that we watched. Most of them I think's been Netflix. And we went to the movies for a few things. So the first one up is...
It's actually a series.
The series. Dead to Me.
Loved it.
Got Christina Applegate in it. And what's the chick from Freaks and Geeks? I can't remember her name right off. But it's like 10 episodes, and we just got bored one night and wanted to watch them, and it's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
Christina is awesome. I could be her.
You can be her.
I could be her. She uses a lot of my wording, a lot of my language.
Basically, her husband gets hit by a car and gets killed, and what's her name just kind of scopes her out, the other chick, and...
Because it was actually, did we say it was?
Well, I mean... Going some spoilers here, but she's the one that did it, and she decides to make friends with her, and she feels bad about it, but she can't really come clean and tell her, you know. So, but it's got a lot of comedy in it too, and it's just a little dark comedy and stuff. But
it's really good.
Yeah, and the way it ends, we're not going to say, at least tell you that, but the way it ends is really different, and it's like a, God, what do you want to call them things? Cliffhanger. Jesus, I can't think tonight. Cliffhanger, and so we can't wait to season 2. But, you know, Netflix, they usually take almost a freaking year before they have season 2 out. But I give it a thumbs up. I liked it. It's pretty good.
Really good.
So that's the one series that we've watched on there here recently, but the rest are movies. Next up is The Silence. It's a Netflix original movie, and it's kind of like A Quiet Place in ways. But a little different, though. At least this one, you kind of know what they're running from. In the other one, you know, you don't know if it's aliens or what. But this one is like people at the beginning are digging in the ground and shit and caves and stuff, and then they let out something that's been under the earth for millions of years or whatever. It's almost like bats, some kind of bats or...
Some weird old funky dinosaur looking thing.
Yeah, kind of cross between a bat and a dinosaur. I don't know. It's crazy.
They're a little creepy, but it's not a bad movie.
Yeah, once it got going, it wasn't too bad. You kind of like the characters and stuff, and of course you can't. You got to be quiet. You know, they can't see you. They just hear you, and then they would come after you, whatever. So yeah, that one was, like I said, kind of similar to A Quiet Place. But we heard this one from your son. He's the one that told us about this when we went on vacation.
Yeah.
And we looked it up, and when we got back, we had to watch it. So, but I give it a thumbs up. I actually kind of liked it. It was pretty good. It was worth a watch, and you know, rewatch again eventually one day. You know, didn't really have no big name cast or anything in it, but you know, it turned out to be pretty decent.
The next one I actually think came from my son too. Rim of the World.
Rim of the World with the kids and basically the end of the world, and that was aliens.
Yes.
That had aliens in it.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, I like them kid movies. You like kid movies and stuff. I mean, kind of like, you know, The Goonies and Stand By Me. It's just the kids cast and stuff. And had a lot of comedy in it. They went to a camp and all hell broke loose, and it's kind of like the end of the world. And then they're trying to save the world from an astronaut. Because at the beginning of it, it's up in space, and it deals with that and the aliens and stuff. And she's got the key to save the world, and they got to go good distance there, traveling wise, and they're just walking. Sometimes I think they rode a Oh, they had a fast car in at
Yes,
one
they
time. That
did.
was funny.
Yeah.
I had the NWA music, "Fuck the Police," I think it was. What? Yeah, that was funny.
I mean, there's definitely some comedy, but it's really
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was actually pretty long, but it wasn't where you got like, God, is this movie going to end? It was, you know, it was one of them that you really didn't think you'd sit down and watch that long of a movie. But you did have some comedy and stuff in it. It had cool kids in it and all different races and stuff all together. It's and I give it a thumbs up. I actually liked it.
Good.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. We recommend that one. Next up,
Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare. This was.
What would you pick?
Huh? I don't know. But the thing of the story is the movie, the plot, I should say, sounded pretty good at first, but then it just got ridiculous. I didn't really care a whole lot for the movie. Did you?
It was okay. I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, it was just over and over and over. It almost reminded you of Final Destination in ways.
Yes.
Because somebody's going to die or whatever, and if they don't do this for so many minutes, or they got to do it within some length of time, but they already knew who was next and stuff. Kind of weird in a way, because it was at a house that they just went to party at or whatever, and they heard about years ago,
same game being played.
And they had one survivor, and then they end up meeting her with, and she told them about it, and they just have to play the game and stuff. So, but it's not a real favorite of mine. I actually give that one a thumbs down.
Okay, we know you like the next one.
What is it?
Godzilla.
Actually, there's some things wrong with it.
Oh no.
That I didn't like. Yeah.
See, he hasn't told
Godzilla.
me.
Well, no, I didn't really say nothing, and I thought about it for a little while after I watched it, and I watched other people talk about it on here, and I think it needed more Godzilla in it than all the other creatures, plus a lot of the people, That's what was wrong with the 2014 movie. Too much people time. Needed more fight scenes, more action, and next year King Kong vs. Godzilla comes out, so hopefully that one will have some freaking fight scenes in it and less humans. To me, I don't know, that's just me. I've heard Vargas Fault talked about it on here, saying that he wanted less humans in it too, and more action and more,
But did you not like it?
I mean, it really didn't get me that excited after, actually,
Huh.
We went double feature that day, and there was, near the end, it seemed kind of long, and I don't know if you noticed, but one time I actually did start to try to nod off at the end of it, because I was just ready for the movie to be over with.
Well, that was the second movie we had sat through.
Yeah, and didn't get
hours.
much sleep or whatever.
5 hours.
But there was just so much of, I don't know, just maybe too much for the movie with all the other creatures and stuff that was in it. Of course, you're going to have them in the movies, but I think the next one will hopefully be better than that, and the first one, the 2014. But surprisingly, I actually give it a thumbs down. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. I just didn't do a whole lot for me.
You didn't say anything.
I just didn't. I don't know. I had to sit and think about it for a little bit. I don't know. It's just one of them things, and I thought about it over and over, and then I seen people, like I said, talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, they're right. They just needed more Godzilla in it, less people, more fight scenes, more, just destruction and stuff. And but King Kong vs. Godzilla, hopefully that one will be better.
Or
you give this one. It's supposed to be next year.
Well,
you never actually seen the 2014 one,
No.
But it does a recap at the beginning. It shows you,
Yeah,
a little bit of some stuff that had happened 5 years earlier. So that was good that they did do that, and they just didn't pop out of nowhere and just start, the damn movie.
No, but I liked it. I'd give it.
I mean, I'm not saying it was horrible. It just wasn't what I expected out of it, and
It wasn't the hype they made it up to.
Yeah, it just wasn't the hype, and so I can't really give it a thumbs up. Maybe I should go sideways, but I don't know. Compared to the one before that, I think.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10, maybe maybe right out of 5. I mean, it's just halfway in between that way. So on with the next one.
Which I really, really wanted to see this one. I was so excited about seeing Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
And I was disappointed.
Yeah, a little disappointed. As soon as it started, I was like, I don't know about this. Because it was a musical.
Yeah.
In parts of it, and it was him telling his story from like going to like a rehab place or whatever. And it shows him as a kid, and he's already starting to sing some songs, and it just kind of sped along through some of that. Of course, it had some of his personal moments, I should say, with men and stuff in it that was really, I think, unnecessary.
Yeah.
The Queen movie was so much better. It didn't focus on stuff like that, a whole lot.
No, but the Queen movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, was so much more like a documentary, like step by step by step. Which, I mean, Rocket Man had a lot of things in there that I didn't know about him, but it was so much more like a musical instead of like a documentary movie about his life. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, and I guess
musical comedy stuff, I didn't like it.
Yeah, maybe Elton John had a little. I mean, of course, he had to have some kind of say so in the movie, and maybe they wanted it to be that. Maybe they just wanted it to be different than like Queen and other movies you see based on musicians' life and stuff. Maybe they said, let's put a little spin on it and change it up a little bit and be a musical.
Maybe.
And I don't really like a whole lot of musicals. There's just a few handful that I like. Of course, Grease.
But like when you think of like
them.
Bohemian Rhapsody, when they did his music, they did it from a concert perspective.
Yeah, that was good.
Not this dancing around crap like Rocket Man had.
Yeah, and well, there was one concert near the end they showed,
But the rest was just like out there. I didn't like it. It was not at all what I thought it was going to be.
But the actor played pretty good. I mean, he was pretty good actor and acting like him and stuff. It's a younger version of Elton John. So, I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the greatest either. So,
and they say Elton John sat through the entire shooting of that movie.
Well, he's flamboyant and everything, so maybe he wanted it that way. So I don't know. And he thought it was good to do that kind of stuff, but. Yeah, once it started, I was like, I don't know. And there was parts in it that, when it slowed down and it didn't have the musical parts of it, that they were pretty good. But then when it got back to that, it was just like, just wasn't my cup of tea. So
some of it was a little out there.
Probably give it a thumbs down too.
Probably. I don't think I would see that again.
Yeah, probably wouldn't buy it either. But I have to buy Godzilla to put it with the collection. But
I know.
I don't know, American-made movies for Godzilla has not really been so good. I mean, they're better than the one that they made in the 90s. We're going back to that stuff, but I just like the man in the suit. I like the old classic cheesy shit, so I don't know. Any more movies? Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. That's all for recent watches. And if you are shocked by the ones that we talked about and gave thumbs down or gave thumbs up and you hated the other ones, or if you ain't never seen them, check them out.
Let us know.
Let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Where'd they come from?
I don't know. Yeah, hillbilly.
Whatever. Till next time.